Oh, okay. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be how can we translate some of the stuff that we do in a pull-up to help us transition over those rings. So this may be a little bit advanced for some people, but it's still worth talking about. We're going to talk about the strict bar muscle-up. So bar muscle-ups don't just always have to be kipped, so they can be done strict. Ryan's going to demonstrate one for us and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. So he's going to have his wrist over that bar. He's going to pull his chin back through and over that bar, just like that. Makes it look too easy. So what we want to talk about here, guys, is what did he do with his hands and how did he get himself over? If we don't have our hands over the bar, it's going to be near impossible to pull yourself over that bar. And I know somebody out there on YouTube is going to try and prove me wrong. You know, I'm sure if you have enough grip strength, you're able to do it nice and quickly. But for the average person and the average CrossFitter out there, not having that force grip over that bar is going to be really challenging. The next thing you need to understand is that when Ryan has his wrist over the bar, he's basically in a close grip position. So he could have his palms open, but basically there's nothing holding onto that bar. So what he's doing to counterbalance himself is he's got his feet in front of him as he's pulling himself up. So as he pulls himself up, his feet go in front. What that does is that helps him counterbalance. And once he's at that top position, he's able to get himself through, his butt goes back, and then he gets his hands back into that bar. Now this movement's pretty advanced, and what you're going to want to do to try and achieve this is get really good at your below strict to chest to bar pull-ups, and get very confident so you're able to get so low that all you have to do is pull your head through, elbows back, and get into that position. So Ryan's just going to demonstrate a couple of strict chest to bar below chin pull-ups. So he's going to work on being fast, and he's going to keep that false grip on there. So from there, he's going to pull up and below his chest. Pull up and below his chest. Notice that every time he's pulling himself through, he's not just pulling his elbows down, but he's pulling them back. And that's going to be a big key to help you get into that position where you're feeling like I'm finally over the bar high enough that I'm actually able to transition weight forward and not just stay behind. And that's another concept in the muscle up. We're transferring weight from being behind the bar to forward over into the bar. And when we're normally doing pull-ups, we're just getting really good at this position here where we're pulling behind the bar and never worrying from that, can I pull myself through? The next thing we're going to go through, guys, is going to be some more strict transitions on the rings, going from a ring row into that muscle up.